As you explore the all-too-populated ruins of civilization in Project Zomboid, you'll occasionally come across what the game calls annotated maps. And if you're unaware, these are supposed to be found on the bodies of slain Zeds as a hidden story and kind of a side quest, if you will, to follow, but presented by the only NPC the game has to offer, Zeke. They're notes, some hasty and laconic, some vituperative and pointed, some just symbols or arrows or markings leading to places on the map. The map also functions like every other map and reveals all the city or section of the city that it covers, but these tell a part of a story, and when initialized into the game, they will also spawn in loot, or special Zeds, or, well, other things to spice up the game. So here are all the annotated maps of Riverside. I've clumped them into categories based on what they add gameplay-wise, and given them a name, though the game only assigns them a number. Where is he? We can't wait any longer. We'll just have to leave him a bit of food and take the rest of the loot and move on. Have those things cleared out?
No, they're still on the street.
We're gonna have to move through the woods. I'm not going anywhere near the Stevenses again. I better leave him a note about that too.
Whatever you want, but we gotta go.
I've called this type of house a storehouse, since the game will spawn in extra loot when the annotated map is initialized. In this particular case, the looters have left a large crate in the kitchen. Its location is slightly randomized, but it's always in the house if this map is active. You'll find extra non-perishable foodstuffs in the crate and maybe some other things. But even if you don't have a map, you can check this house on your way into Riverside. The other notes on the map are largely just set dressing. There might be extra Zeds there or not, but they don't spawn in with the map. They just make the world feel more lived in. He's not coming, is he? Maybe he's dead by now. No, I can't think like that. I have to keep hoping. But I can't wait here. There are too many of them. What if he comes back? Right. I'll leave a message. I'll just leave him. What if someone else finds it? I'll leave it in code so that only he knows what it means. Lost Lovers is ostensibly a mushy love note left to indicate an amorous encounter and leads off to a motel to the north of Riverside in room 208. If you do go there, you will find a duffel bag that's been spawned in, so it does qualify as a storehouse, but it's possible that the duffel bag will be empty or only have a small amount of loot, at least in our experience. So I guess the devs wanted a story that ended with the people making it to each other and taking all the guns to make it to safety. No, just kidding. They took the stuff and died horribly. We did check along the river to see if they spawned in a nice scene of Romeo and Juliet having killed themselves by the water, but even after spawning the map in multiple times, nothing along the river changed. This group of annotated maps is a little bit different. As far as we've been able to determine, they don't spawn in anything. No zombies, no extra loot, no hidden caches or great condition cars, not even some dead bodies that have a story to tell. Much like you'll find a lot of in my forthcoming Survivor Stories video. No, these maps here are to point you to where good loot usually spawns naturally. If you're unfamiliar with the town, this is handy, but unlike other games, Project Zomboid just shows you where it is rather than putting up a POI on your map and giving you a quest marker. You can transfer them to your character's map too, but the rest of the marks are pretty much just for storytelling. For example, Riverside Map 2 shows where to find a drugstore for drugs and first aid supplies, and where to find some food and hardware goods. It also shows where to find the bank so that you can ignore it, and indicates that you can find the guy that wrote it off to the east in the usual place, which you can't. Riverside Map 10 is on the other side of the town and shows the location of the strip mall, housing a video store, which is like Redbox but more annoying, and some places to gather food, electronics, first aid, and Molotov cocktail supplies. And that's it. That's the whole thing. There's not even a fun story, other than the story of someone that can't remember where things are. So basically, it's my story. This group of annotated maps is both the most numerous and my personal second favorite. These are the Safehouses. They not only have extra loot spawned in, like a storehouse, but more, they also have at least some barricades put up. So they make an ideal starting point for looting a town or even clearing the town if you are thus inclined. So I'll introduce their stories, show you the map, and then explain what they provide and how to make sense of them when you find them in the wild. Also, please note that these are different from random houses in that these barricaded homes will also have the extra loot. Randomly barricaded houses may still have loot, but not nearly this much. We finally made it to Mom's house. She's not here for some reason. I don't know where she is. At least she's not turned in her bedroom. I don't think I could put her down myself. I hope she's safe wherever she is. But we've got bigger fish to fry. Sam's not here, of course. Even though she said she was just going to take the boat and grab some supplies and then be right back. She's going to have no idea how bad it's gotten out there. I bet if I take the rowboat, I can leave her a note on the dock. Oh man, open up already. There's some of those things out here. And I gotta get. Daryl's sick and I gotta go get some meds. Hello? Hello? Oh, this is nuts. I don't want to get eaten. But I gotta try and help Daryl. Hello? If you can hear me in this intercom, I'm going to leave you a map to find us. We found an empty house out east. There, it's under the mat. Oh, this is it. I can't believe those things. Oh, stupid. Oh, maybe I can warn someone else. Post a warning on the sign over there. Oh, I just gotta get feeling to my legs. Oh, that's not a good sign. Finally, the kids are all asleep. I'm gonna run to the store quick and get some food and some antiseptic.
No, you can't go out there. Those things.
I'll worry about those things. You just stay here and rest. You need sleep if that bite's gonna heal. I'll leave a note for the kids to let you sleep. All right, Tom, I think we're almost ready to go. What are we missing? I think Ben said he was gonna check on his dogs and grab some guns and stuff and meet us. While we wait for him, why don't I go down and get some antibiotics and grab some gas, maybe some Twinkies and jerky and stuff. I'll leave this note on over at the bar. If it gets sidetracked, it'll be the old Winchester he gets sidetracked to for sure. All these annotated maps, once initialized, will spawn in not only a pile of loot, guns, ammo, melee weapons, and tools, not to mention food, but they will also barricade the lower floors and even put up sheets or curtains on the windows. So it's basically just a pre-made base, and all you need to do is clear it out of any stragglers, and depending on how generous the game is, finish boarding up the windows and doors. You will want to be careful when you first reach the house, as there will likely be some level of activity inside. Now, the loot isn't just stacked in the den waiting for you in a handy crate or a duffel bag like in some other annotated maps, and if you're not careful, you'll miss it, because the extra loot, for whatever reason, gets spawned into the kitchen and the bathrooms. And pay extra attention to this, it will spawn into every bathroom in the building. That means the upstairs may have some canned food and shotguns. The kitchen might have spatulas and axes, but make sure to check all of them. This is a great rule of thumb for every annotated map house. Oh, and all of these will have a house circled or with an X over it. That's indicating that that's the house that's been buffed, and any other markings over roads or bigger buildings, crosses placed here, prayers on the side of the sheet, whatever you find, at least for these maps specifically, will not have anything special done to it as far as we can find. That is not true for every annotated map. Our upcoming videos for all the annotated maps in other towns have a few fun surprises, so make sure to subscribe for that. But after spawning these and respawning them multiple times, we were unable to notice any changes to the indicated areas. Now, this last category only has one entry in Riverside, unfortunately, but special maps have something extra, something that you'll want to take note of that separates it from the other annotated maps. Either a lot or at least just a little. I would put this map into the Storehouse category, but for the fact that some of the loot is stored in this special container. It was a lot harder to notice in previous versions, but they've changed the tile to make it stand out more. But this floor is actually a secret compartment. It's so cool. I love it. It's my favorite. You'll find more of these in other cities, so do be on the lookout. But this is the only one that we found in Riverside. There's also some loot to be found in the kitchen and the bathroom, like it was a safe house, but no barricades popped up in our tests. So that's all the annotated maps in Riverside. We're working on the other cities, and this Saturday we should have our Every Survivor story video out. And we're also working on the details for our next big Steam game giveaway and our next Project Zomboid tournament, so stay tuned, and we'll see you next time.